You are probably wondering why I'm sitting in my car today. Keep watching and I'll tell you why. Welcome back, sitters. If you're new, click that subscribe button and the bell notification to notify you every time I upload. Now, as you can see, I am in my car today because I'm going to be talking to you about car games I play with my kids to keep them entertained. So if you're like me, you drive kids around all the time. I drive kids to and from activities, to school, to and from home, whatever it may be. And over the years, I have collected some games that my kids love to play every time they get in the car. So the first couple on my list are things that I can join in with the kids and play along on a ride to where we're trying to get to. So the first one is the word association game. I think this is my favorite game to play with the kids because there's no wrong answers. So I'll say a word and it goes in a circle, and the next player in the circle will say a word that reminds them of the word I said. So for example, if I say horse, the next person in the circle can say anything from the color brown to grass to apples to braided hair, anything like that. There's no wrong answers with this one. So even though it's the kids' favorite, it's also my favorite because I really get to see the creativity come out in some of the kids, and it's interesting to see what words they associate with the word I said because I would have never thought of it. So the second game I play with my kids is called the memory game, and I played this one a lot when I was a child, so it was easy for me to explain to them and it was easy for them to catch on. So we always say that we're going on an adventure, and the way it works is I'll say I'm going on an adventure and I'm packing slippers, and then the next person in line says I am going on an adventure and I'm packing slippers and socks, and they add on. You just go out and go until somebody messes up and the game starts over. The third game I play with the kids that I am able to join in on is called the count game. And this one is very basic. You start off your car ride by saying, okay, during this trip of wherever we're going, we're going to count how many yellow cars we see. And throughout the car ride, you just count on as many yellow cars you see. And that's pretty much it. That's usually for my younger kids who don't understand the other games, but yeah. The fourth game that I play with my kids is called storytelling, and this one's really easy. You start off by saying a sentence of a beginning of the story, and all the kids just add on, and then by the end of the car ride, you have a story that you and the kids have put together. This is another creative outlet for the kids during the car trip. So the last game I play with the kids is called Triple Threat, and it is a kind of like the storytelling, but an individual tells a story and you give them 3 words they have to use within their story, and that one is a very creative way to get them to think on their feet, and it's cool to see them come up with stories. So those are all the games that I could be involved in while driving, but when I need to focus in some car rides or just don't feel like joining in on their games, I have some self-directed car games that I like to give them. My first being magnetic toys. These are usually for the younger crowd. They're building blocks and they're magnetic. They do get lost in the car, but since they're bigger, they're easy to find. And I got these on Amazon, so I'll put the link down in the description below so you can check those out. The second thing I like to do is hear the kids tell jokes to each other, so I bought this joke book, and I like to have my older kids read to the younger kids all the jokes, and love listening to them laugh. So last but not least are my loved, very used car bingo cards, and with these there are no pieces, they slide so they don't get lost, and on them are things like do not enter, park, convertible, playground, little stuff like that, and they all have different stuff on them so the kids play together, and somebody gets bingo. I'll leave links down below to my physical games. If you have any questions, go comment down below. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification for every time I upload, and I will see you next week. Okay. What do you call the story of the three little pigs?
I don't know what.
A pigtail. What is a baby's motto? If at first you don't succeed, cry. Cry again. How did the French fry propose to the hamburger? He gave her an onion ring.